Hello viewers, during this tutorial session I'm going to be showing you how to configure identity awareness on firepower threat defense. As you can see on the screen, this is my sensor, my firepower threat defense with management IP address 192.168.20.252, and my FMC is having the IP address of 20.253. Now if you have access to firepower configuration guide, all the steps are there. So, and there's one thing we are going to be needing. We are going to need SourceFire user agent, which is going to be installed on a machine, on a dedicated machine. And let me install the user agent. Let me quickly show something here. Installing the user agent. There are some prerequisites which I want to show us. Like make you, let me see. Okay, as time goes on, I'm going to show you. Prerequisite basically is just SQL that you're going to be needing. And again, this I have already installed mine. I have it here. Now minimize. Okay, so this is my SourceFire user agent. This is the installation file which I installed. So if you don't have SQL and one other stuff that it needs, if you don't have it while you are installing, it's going to download provided your system have access to the internet. So this is SourceFire user agent here. I've installed mine, but I'm here to configure it. So let me go back here. So set up user agents. These are the configuration steps that we're going to follow. Configure each management center to do the following. Allow agent connections from the IP address of the server where we plan to install the agent. So now, and we configure and enable the Active Directory object or REM. Now, first thing we need to do is we need to configure the FMC to allow connection from the SourceFire user agent. So now I'll go to my FMC, come to System, from System Integration, and I'll come to Identity Sources. I'll click on User Agent. Right now we are not using any, so we can use Identity Service Engine or User Agent. So if you are using Identity Service Engine, you are going to do that through PS Grid. But we're using SourceFire User Agent, so I've clicked on User Agent. I'll click New Agent. The IP address of the system where the agent is installed. So this is a PC. Try and get the IP address, IP config. That's 192.168.20.134. Okay, 134. So I'm going to add. And I'm going to click on save. Okay, that's it. So let me go to my SourceFire user agent. I want to test that. Here, I've launched it. This is the app. General, you can stop, you can start, it's running. Logout, check frequency. The frequency at which it checks if domain users have logged out and like that. So Active Directory, we are supposed to integrate this to the Active Directory and also to the FMC, SourceFire RDC, that's the FMC. So we'll do that of FMC first to test the communication. That'll be 192.168.20.25. My FMC is 253. Okay, that's 253. I'm going to add pending issue. Okay, let me click on save. Once you start communicating with the FMC, this is going to turn green. But while we are waiting for that, let me go ahead with other things. And okay, configure and enable Active Directory object or rem, and just like that. Okay, let me come to the FMC. I'll click on rem. I'm going to click on add new rem. I'm going to call the name TechWise. AD, I'm using AD, and the domain name, that's going to be techwise.local. I don't need this actually, but if you want to do AD join username, that's you want to integrate this to the domain, so I can use. But what you actually need for that is this. You need the username that has privilege of joining computers to domain. So I have TechWise is an admin on the domain. But actually, I don't know if this is going to work, but let's just give it a try. Because I've never been able, since I've tried it before, but it never works. So I don't know. We want to, because actually what you need is DNS resolution. I'm going to show you if I have it here. That's going to take out, I have to look for it. DNS resolution, and let me look for it. I think I should have it here. Configuring a rem field. Okay, fine. Now this for directory. Okay, then let's waste time on that. Okay, actually this is it. DNS resolves the AD primary domain to enable that to directory control IP address, and the AD join username and join password are correct. AD joins and these are put it, and it must have sufficient privilege to create a computer in domain. That's just what you need for that. But actually, since I've been trying it, it has never worked for once. So although actually we don't need it for what we are doing, so I'm just going to leave that. So directory username, let me come back to this document and to show something. Okay, let me go back one step. No, it's not here. Okay, let me just control find directory user. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Directory username. For Microsoft Active Directory, the user does not need elevated privileges. You can specify any user in the domain. So, but for me, I'm still going to make use of my TechWise account. TechWise at, that's the domain name, .local, directory password. And base DN, I'm going to say this equals TechWise, and this equals local. That's for TechWise local. I'm going to use same for group DN, and this is going to be member group attributes. I think that's all. We'll say OK. And the next thing, I'm going to add directory, IP address of my Active Directory, 20.200. I'm going to test connection to the Active Directory. Test connection succeeded. OK. I'm going to say OK. So I have my directory configured, my rem configured, user download. I'm going to download users and groups. Okay, fine. That's working. Okay, I'm going to click on save. So it has been able to download users and group from the Active Directory. I'm going to enable the rem. So, and I can also click here to also download users and group. I'm going to show in message tab. You can see, let's check the task. You can see now it's downloading users groups from TechWise domain. LDAP downloaded successful, 50 groups, 14 users downloaded. That is done. So let me move configure the Active Directory server to log events for the user agent to communicate to the management center. Now, this is how it works. The user agent is connected to the Active Directory and also to the FMC. So the user agent gets login and logout events from the Active Directory, and it sends that to the FMC. So the username and the IP address. So it maps username and the IP address and sends, okay, this user has logged in to a particular PC with the IP address of this. So the FMC can know if it sees the connection event coming from the IP address, it knows that, oh, it belongs to this user. So once the user logs off, also FMC gets the event. If another user logs in with the maybe to the same machine, as FMC gets the event, so it can appropriately map user to IP, because by default the FMC or FTD only sees IP address. It doesn't know the user is coming from. But with the help of the sourcefire user agent communicating with the Active Directory, getting login and log off events from Active Directory, that can be username and IP address mapping can now be communicated to the FMC. So once FMC sees the IP address, it knows that it belongs to this user. So that enables us to be able to create policy based on username, based on user group. So that's how that works. So now today I'll just click on this. I think I've done it, but I'm just going to show us again. This is how we are going to do it to enable audit auditing of login and logout events from Windows Server. So I'll just go start administrative tools group policy management. So I'm going to come here. Oh, let me unlock. I'll come here, group policy management. So I'm here. So from there, I go to my forest name equals a local domain, my domain name group policy object. This will equals local, this domain, this my domain name, this is group policy object. And default domain policy and click edit. Default domain policy. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say edit. And browse to computer configuration policies, Windows settings, security setting, computer configuration policies, Windows settings, security settings. And from there, advanced audit policy configuration. Audit policy configuration. Let me click on the drop down here. Advanced audit policy configuration, audit policies. This is it, audit policies. And here I'm going to see login, log off. Can see log off here. You should check this, configure the following audit events and success. You should check this. And for audit log on also, you should do same. So this is what we need for that. So login and log off events will always be logged. Okay, so having done that, let me go back to the top of my document. So the next thing is configure each computer on domain to allow Windows management instrumentation through the firewall for the domain. So I'm going to click on this. Use the Windows firewall to allow WMI. Okay, configure firewall policies using group policy object as discussed. So I'm going to use group policy. I think we have it somewhere here. To use group policy to, okay, this is what I'm trying to show us initially. To install the agents, the prerequisites that we need. .NET Framework for SQL Server Compact 3.5. But while the agent is installing, if you don't have it, it's going to pull it from the internet itself. So let me look for the WMI. Okay, this is it here. Okay, to give, no, not this, not this, not this, not this. Allows agents, not this. Okay, this is it. To create a GPO firewall route to allow RPC traffic. So I go to my group policy management editor. Go to tools, group policy management editor. So from there, policies, Windows settings, security setting, window firewall. Yeah. Come in. Find the right place. Group policy management. Domain, group policy. This is my domain name. Okay. Default domain policy. That configuration. So I go to my default domain policy. It's not giving me all those options again. Pardon me. Oh, sorry. Edit. Okay, computer configuration and policy Windows setting. Windows setting. Security setting. Window firewall. She has something like that. Advanced security, this is it. So this is my window firewall. Inbound rule. Let me see that. Okay. Figure shows this. I click on inbound rule and click new rules. Okay. I think I've done that before, but just to show us, okay, this is it. I've actually done that. So this is it here. Is the rule. I've actually done that before. But let me just show us, just for showing. So you click on new rule. And after that, this program, you type this in. You just kind of follow this document. You type this in exactly. Click on customize. You follow this document. So once you do that, you are good to go. So I've already done that. So this is it here. So let's move on to the next step. So now install the prerequisite programs on the computer where you will install the agent. So that has been done. I've installed the agent, the SQL and .NET framework have been installed. So that's that. Now configure permission necessary to allow the agent to connect to an Active Directory server. You know, we have agent here now. This is the agent. The agent still needs to talk to the Active Directory server. I've not done the integration. It's going to need username and password, which has some particular permission. So I'll click on this. Now, log into the Active Directory server as a member of the domain. Add the user agent user to the following groups: DCOM user, event log readers. Now, if you come here to my Active Directory, I'll go to Active Directory users and computers. Don't mind me, I'm not an Active Directory expert. I have a user I've created, SFUA. This is the user. Where is the member of? So the user belongs to the DCOM group and event log readers. You can do that by clicking add. Just type and you check name. Oh, sorry, what's the group name? Okay, distributed com or domain. Whatever group you want to add the user to, can just type it here and you do check names. So it's going to check for it and you just click OK. But I've done that. Distributed COM event log readers. That have been done. So I'll come back here, use the Windows management instrumentation control console to give the user the following permissions to root CIM v2 node as on this. So I think I have that somewhere here. So we want to give that user through WM. I want to give that user this permission, that same user account. I've done that also, but I want to show us. Okay, this is it here. This is step to give a domain user WMI permission. Click start and enter. We've done this. Now we need to do this. WMI management.msc. We'll come here and run WMI. Okay, it's already here. And I'll just say OK. That's it. And I right click console root WMI control local. Okay, this is WMI control local. And click properties. So I'm going to just right click on it and click on properties. So I go to security, but let me show us here. Security tab, click root CIMv2. Security tab, this is root CIMv2, and I come here from this CIMv2. After clicking on CIMv2, I click on security. You can see from here is from root to CIMv2, click security tab. In the security for CIMv2, I will click add. Enter object name to select field. Enter this, for example, limited.user agent, that's whatever it's the login, and click check names. Now this is mine. I've done that, but you can do yours also. Let me just use it for test. Let me just say TechWise. Let me look for that name. I can see TechWise. I've added it and I need to give it that same permission, which is going to be enable execute methods, enable account, remote enable, read security. So you just need to select that from here. You have it here. Just click allow on whichever one. So that's just it, and you apply. So I've done it. I already have my SFUA. Can see execute method, enable account, remote enable, read security. So I already have that. So, and again, what's the next thing? So since I've done that, I can now do my integration. Okay. I've done step 6, install the user agent, which I've done optionally. Configure connections. So I need to configure connection to my Active Directory from the user agent. So I come here. I click on add this user agent. Click on add. Server name 192.168.20.200. That's my Active Directory. Authorized user SFUA. Oh, what's happening? Don't go hanging on me. Okay, SFUA. And the password is going to be, and this, the IP, and I'm going to say hard. It's going to verify connection. It's taking too long time. Don't think it's going to work. Oh, it may not work. My domain is wrong. My domain is wrong. So it's not going to work actually. Oh, it's connecting. Oh, fine, available. So that means it detects the domain itself. That means it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. This is my FMC. That one is working, available. It's not showing. But this is still pending. So I will just remove. I'm going to re-add it again. This should be techwise.local, and this should be 192.168.200. No, sorry, .20.200. This, why is it always hanging here? Okay, I think we are back. CFUA, and I'm going to say, do I need to put at the full qualified domain name? I don't think so. Let me just type in the password again to ensure it's correct. I'm going to click on add. I don't think it's going to connect. It's taking this long. That means it won't. Wait for it. Okay, let me click on save and let's see. Let me come to my log in the servers. 1 minute. Okay, let's see. This Active Directory, Active Directory server pulling interval. It's pull every 10 seconds. Oh, that's fine. Excellent. Maximum Active Directory server maximum pull length. Let me just change this to 30. So now we've established communication with the Active Directory and we've established communication with the FMC. So this can get login and log off events from the Active Directory and pass it on to the FMC. Now let me go to the FMC. It's my FMC. We'll go to analysis, hosts, users. Okay, this should be active sessions. And I don't think we have any active session. Okay. Oh, fine. We already have this. So let me also do something. Okay. Let me go to my Active Directory. I have a domain computer here. Let me just spin it up. Let me look for one user that I can use, a user account I can use in the Active Directory. Okay, come on, users. Okay, I can use user 1. This is domain machine. Just to test, I just want to test the login, that it's getting the login and log off events, active sessions. So, and we also have, you can click here, users. You can see the users has discovered the user, the email, department. So that's information has been able to pull. Go back to active session. Okay, now let me log into my, okay, fine, as user 1. That's my domain machine. So the events should be the source file user agent. The agent installed here should get the event from the Active Directory and it should pass it on to the FMC. So if the event is being passed on to the FMC, we are going to see it from here. Let me, how can I refresh? Okay, let me just click on it again. If that will refresh it. So we should see information for, fine, excellent. You can see user 1. So it has reports that user 1 has logged in. And the IP address for user 1 is 192.168.20.133. So now if we create policy that, okay, don't allow or allow user 1 to access this or not to access this, if it sees this IP address 192.168.20.133, it knows that it belongs to user 1. So it can enforce that policy on user 1. So this will end this. I think I'll bring this session to an end here, and I'm going to do part 2 of this session where we are going to configure policy and we're going to test the user. We're going to test identity awareness. We have not finished the configuration, but we continue and we complete it in the part 2 of this video series. Thank you for watching.